Hey friends, it's Michelle Morris here with Grace Ministries International. We're doing our series on From Fear to Freedom, and we're on step 3. So before we went over identifying your core fear and instilling some hope, and today we want to talk about the fruit of fear and how that can appear in our lives. And when I say fruit, what I mean by that is some of the behaviors that we see happening in our lives. So the first one that I want to talk about, and I have my handy notepad here, is when we become inactive because of our fear. So when I say inactive, well, I have a personal story I can tell you guys. Last week, I found myself shoving food in my mouth all day long, every day, for about 5 or 6 days in a row. And at the end of last week, I sat down for some time of reflection to really think, I see this fruit, I see this behavior going on, and I'm not really in touch with why. And when I got down to the root of it, I found there was a root fear. There was this internal emptiness in my heart that I was trying to fill with food. And so when we're being inactive, it means we try to numb out. And some of the ways we numb out are through Facebook and Instagram, just binge watching Netflix, or escaping through alcohol or sleep. And so I think those are a lot of the ways we're really aware when we can be inactive because of our fear. We get in that frozen mode and we can't move forward. But there's another response, and I've been listening to a lot of folks tell me that this is where they're at these days, is hyperactive. And this is where your brain is going a mile a minute. Your thoughts keep spinning and stirring. It might lead to insomnia, where you can't sleep at night. You can't get restful sleep. It also can be where you start role-playing scenarios in your mind. You think through all the bad things that could happen, and then you start role-playing, well, how would I deal with this? How would I deal with that? And so we can become obsessive in our thinking, doom and gloom in our thinking, and we can become panicky or very edgy. It might show up by being very controlling as well. So I want to let you guys know that we have another choice. Thank God that we don't just have inactive and hyperactive fruit in our life. We also have an option to become proactive with our fear. And that's really what we want to dive into next time that we meet on video. But I want to give you a little hint or a little teaser. Is I'd love for you to go to Psalm 40, Psalm 42, and Psalm 46 and read these passages and see if you can identify how the psalmist is proactive with their fear, to start give us some hints about how we can become proactive with our fear as well. Remember, you are loved.